Let's talk about who is really stupid famous. Mikey Williams. I know people are going to get upset like, oh, LaMelo and Mikey. But Megan, did you see the clips of him at the AAU tournament this past weekend?
I don't know if I saw the ones from this past weekend, but I just know Mikey's a beast. Did we post that? Did Overtime post that?
Of course.
Basically, he was down in Kansas City, and he put on his Instagram story like, we need people to come out to our game tonight. And like every person, I don't know how big Kansas City is, not that big, but like every person there, it was like Kakana, right? Every single person,
Pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah,
every single person showed up for his game. They had like a police escort and all this stuff for like a random AAU game. And I don't know, like there aren't that many players. Jordan, did you ever have a police escort to a game?
How old is this kid?
16.
16 still?
16, yeah.
How do you even get to that level of needing a police escort at a game when you're 16? Like, where does that even come from?
He's been popping off since he was 14 years old, and it's all social media based, I believe. Like, it's seriously, he's gotten so much social media attention, and especially like we had him for the takeover, and he got a lot of attention there. Him and Zaire became really good friends. It's like just really crazy how he became Mikey Williams, and all the girls on TikTok simp for him. I see all these like TikToks about him too.
Then where do his fans come from? Like, why are that many people showing up for his game?
No, he's good. He's also good.
He is really good, yeah. But sometimes I forget I've been in it for so long. I don't really get how he got to like he has 3 million followers on Instagram. Like
3 million.
He's still just a high school basketball player. Like I don't really get how it got this big.
It's become like a cooler thing to get a photo with Mikey Williams than like with Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? It's like rappers want to be associated with him because 13, 15-year-old kids, like they look up to Mikey. They don't give a shit about like LeBron James. Well, that's not true. But.
Yeah, it's not true, but it is crazy to think about how, because Mikey's got this perfect mix.
Well, it's probably more attainable too to these kids. They're probably like, oh, he's a high schooler with all of this fame. Like,
yeah,
he's easier to look up to than like a LeBron.
There's an allure. Well, there's an allure to that, but Mikey's also got this perfect mix of age, like she's talking about, so they relate to him that way. And then he's got this kind of chip on his shoulder. He's a dog. I mean, you watch him play. Like at the end of the day, if he can't hoop, like he's not going to get this amount of attention anyways. And, that is what it is. So he's got this, age, this chip on his shoulder, how he carries himself. I mean, he's kind of put it together. And I would say every 5 years, a class, a 4-year class of kids, somehow the hoop culture picks like 1, 2, and 3. These are our guys who we're just going to gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he's that much separated compared to the guys.
Jordan was one of them.
Jordan was until Mac McClung came into the picture.
The low bro.
You were bigger than Tyler though.
Yeah, I was, and now I just watched him play against the T-Wolves last night. So that happens. So no, but it is. That's how like the culture. They just kind of pick these guys. And Mikey, so far, let's talk about how hard it is being like a kid that famous. How many kids, you hear Rogan talk about it all the time, like how many kids make it out unscathed of being that famous that young? Like he's 16, he's not 11 and crazy famous, but he's super young to have this much fame. You see that being a problem down the road?
But he's not famous like other people.
Oh no, he's famous.
Well, but like Justin,
kind of like Bronny. He's like very young and has like that platform.
But Liv is right. Liv is right though. He is famous in this community. It's like I was on TikTok. I was looking at people for this podcast today. Like we're doing this game later with famous women, and I looked up some girl named Lauren Gray. I have no idea who Lauren Gray is, but she has like 45 million followers.
Megan is laughing at you right now.
It's just like, but that's the thing. Like I'm in the hoops world. I don't know anything about that world. So if he does stop playing basketball tomorrow, like, yeah, is he really like, he's not like Justin Bieber famous.
Yeah, he's really famous, but in that little niche, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he can go to the mall though.
Famous everywhere.
Like I think about the mall. Like, could he go to the mall and not get like maybe that's just where? But I feel like I don't know. I don't know enough about Lauren Gray. She might be a bad example.
That's what it is. Like, there's so many people you don't know that probably have just as many followers as he does.
then it really makes the conversation, like, does followers even like change anything really about you? Like, it's like crazy. It's like in real life, it's so weird how like they step out and only like your followers, only 3 million people know who he is, but like out of the entire world dispersed everywhere, that's a lot of like big gaps. So I don't know. I feel like, but if he goes to the mall, he's getting recognized. Like,
he's gonna get mobbed. Yeah, because
I don't think he'll get mobbed. It depends on what town he's in.
No. There's 100%. It's a fact. If Mikey Williams went to a mall, like in a big city, I would say 9 out of 10 times he's getting. Now, I'm not talking about he can't move, but he's going to get mobbed.
Kind of a good show idea.
You know what I mean? Yeah, good show idea. Let's put Mikey Williams in a mall and see what happens.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
I think it's true because like it depends. Like, what's the demographic at the mall? Like young kids, right?
Right. That's his world.
That's
well,
his
you
world.
guys are talking about him getting attacked leaving a basketball game, and that makes sense. It's a basketball game. But if he's just showing up to any mall, I don't think that everyone at the mall is going to know that he's there and freaks out.
Yeah, but the difference, I think the difference is like last weekend, where did he play, Tom?
Kansas City.
So he played in Kansas City. He told Instagram, he told his community, like, I'm going to be playing in Kansas City tomorrow. And all of a sudden, thousands of people went to this tournament. Like, I don't know if they would have gone otherwise. I don't know.
He's so good at hyping himself up without like making it look weird. Like he was just like, come show love. Like, I want to see all you guys. But like, that's smart. He's a genius.
Yeah, it is good. But are you like, at some point, I mean, this kid, like, okay, maybe this puts it in perspective for Liv, who doesn't know Mikey that well. I mean, Drake posted a, what was it, like was it a launch for something that he was doing OVO?
He's in a Drake music video, right?
Like,
Wasn't Drake the music video he's in?
I believe so. And Drake pretty much co-signs Mikey. Like, that's my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that level.
It usually goes one of two ways. Like Zion. So Zion Williamson was like just as famous when he was 16 and now he's in the NBA. Like he kind of like stayed off of social media for the most part and like doesn't talk to anyone, like didn't do anything big with Overtime. Like he loved Overtime, but he wasn't like on all of our shows. Mikey's kind of going the polar opposite direction. So it'll be interesting. I don't know how that works out.
Megan, have you worked like directly with Mikey? You know, like, you know, about him and how he is as a like guy off the court?
I haven't worked with him, but the only interaction I had with him, I actually was just looking at his Instagram and we DM'd each other because I was on an Overtime live once and him and Bronny wanted to join and hop in, but they were supposed to be social distancing at the time. So they wouldn't hop in because they weren't supposed to be together. But I was just looking at the DMs and I'm like, oh my God, he was supposed to hop in an Overtime live. That is so dope. But yeah, no, that's the only thing I know about him really. But I don't think I even met him at the takeover when we had the takeover. I just know I think he's grounded for the most part. I don't think he's like crazy out there, like thinking of himself as like highly, like I know like developing a God complex is so easy to do at that age because like people hyping you up all the time. I don't know. Let's see where it goes though with him because I think he's like good right now. You never know how he can be.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even, come on, y'all just be sneaking up on me. All right. Just watch these videos right here, subscribe, and then we'll get back to the dancing.